We're at this, I'll be honest, just insane inflection point where the cannabis industry can go on a path where it's creating opportunity for a lot of people. It's giving back to the communities that frankly got screwed over as a result of the war on drugs. And so, being able to partner and tell stories, there's so many kind of OGs and folks who have come through and clawed their way to get to this point where we are now. And I mean, I couldn't think of a better partnership to kind of help shed light on that.
Yeah. And Kevin, what were you thinking?
Well, we talked about this, wanting to get into this space, like you said, a few months back, and to actually see it come full circle now in this conversation around cannabis we always had every day, just as friends, and for us to, actually try to tell stories around it and seeing how we can, parallel the sports world is it's been incredible just to work through the deal, but now to have it signed, sealed, it's exciting.
The stigma from your perspective, I would imagine, is gone amongst your peers and amongst, the NBA.
Most definitely. I mean, the stigma in society, it's like you said, the Band-Aid's been ripped off. In the sports world, it's kind of an undercover thing that players use cannabis and used it throughout what they're actively playing. And I always thought that was an interesting thing, even as I started to come into the league. You hear the conversation more and more around the league about it. And I thought it was always interesting that the rest of the world was a little slower to be open about cannabis and its use. But to see, like you said, walking down the street, I live in San Francisco, you can walk around the corner and there's 4 or 5 dispensaries right on the corner, and athletes are still, being tested 4 times a year for cannabis. And it just felt like the world was starting to close in on how people felt about the use of cannabis, and now, it's just an open dialogue, and it's been amazing to hear.